Boy. Man. Before I get into anything here, just want to give a shout out, you know what I'm saying, to the 3 or 4 people that actually follow this channel. I appreciate y'all, okay? Because I tell you guys all the time, I say all the time, like I got 20 million videos. I got like four or five, I don't even know. But I'm not a content creator. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a streamer. I'm not the person you need to be seeking out to get daily content. That's just not me. I am just a random person that posts whenever I have something to say. Maybe it's once a year, maybe it's twice a year. I don't know. Maybe I'll step it up a little bit and start making some more shit. But anyway, okay. And I say this with all due respect to all the content creators and YouTubers. I'm not about to disrespect what y'all do by trying to compare it to me, because you guys actually are on top of it and have like your own setups and do live streams and interact with people. And I just talk shit. So anyway, I decided to come in here because, since I did my little mid-year report last year, I haven't really posted anything. I've been interacting on comments and stuff with you guys. It's been commenting on my old stuff, and I appreciate y'all. But I'm just gonna be honest. I thought I was gonna be done talking about the Snyder folks, the hashtag cult, the groupies. I thought I was gonna be done, talking about them because this has been a pretty damn good year for superhero movies. I don't really care how you feel about Captain America, but Thunderbolts and Superman and Fantastic Four are awesome. Okay, I'm just they're awesome. They are comic book movies, and it made me feel like back when comic book movies really picked up steam after 2008, and it just became a thing that everybody really wanted to get into. And I love we're getting back to like the basics. It's just they get into the root of it's a comic book movie, man. Like I get it. There was a need to have grounded, realistic as they call it shit. But at the end of the day, these are motherfuckers that wear costumes and fly and shoot lasers out their eyes, and there's aliens and gods and sorcerers and all kinds of stuff. And I'm just like, I don't need reality really thrown into that. For those folks who like to have the grounded reality, or those folks to make it, more power to you. But I'm old school with my comic book shit, and I like my comic book shit to be comic book shit. And I'm very proud of what they were able to do. I say I'm proud like I had something to do with the production and shit, but I'm proud of what they was able to accomplish with these movies. But we already knew that it was going to be two things that's going to happen. The hashtag groupies were just going to be beside themselves and hating on the Superman movie, and they were going to try to latch on to every other movie that was coming out as a comparison. They were Jurassic World fans. They were Fantastic Four fans. They were fucking Smurfs fans, okay? Just anything to try to spite Warner Brothers and slow down the success of Superman, they was all for it. And that was typical behavior. We knew that was going to happen, those two things, right? But something has went down that goes a little bit beyond just being the simple impressionable cultist, okay? There are two dudes, okay? They're featured in the thumbnail for this video. There's two dudes in particular where unhinged does not begin to describe it. There are some Snyder groupies on Twitter that's just like they're the ones that all you guys follow, and they make the most unhinged shit every single day. And it is just I wake up, I'm miserable, I go to bed. I wake up, I'm miserable, I go to bed. Like that's their whole routine, right? I'm not even talking about them. I'm talking about the people that have taken the little step beyond. And that is Aaron Fisher and Skywalker, whatever he calls himself, the black dude in the Superman pajamas, right? These individuals, oh my gosh, I would feel bad for y'all, but you do it to yourselves. Now, Aaron Fisher, that's the dude that got like the binoculars for glasses and shit. That's the dude right there, right? He has made it his entire personality, his life's mission to just shit on James Gunn several hundred times a day, promote his YouTube channel. He's grifting like we've seen it at first. You were just grifting the Snyder cultists, and it's like, okay, there's a lot of people that are grifting them, but he actually started believing his bullshit at some point, because this man done got to the point where he is arguing with fucking Grock on Twitter. He is arguing with AI on Twitter. And there's a trend going on right now on Twitter where everybody's like, yo, Grock, who's the most famous person to visit my profile, right? And Grock goes in and gives the answer. Sometimes it's some famous people. Sometimes they're like, I wouldn't call them famous, but This person has visited your profile, and they keep pushing. It's a trend. You know how trends are. This dude said he decided to do it too. The Aaron Fisher, the binocular Drew Carey glasses guy, he decided to get on there and say, Grock, who's the most famous person that has visited my profile? And Grock gets on there and he starts naming other Snyder cultist pages. And he's like, has James Gunn ever visited my profile? And Grock's like, no, motherfucker, James Gunn doesn't know who the fuck you are, okay? He's never visited your profile. He's just never done it. Are you sure, Grock? I know he's had to have gone to my page, and I know he's had to view it. And Grock's like, look, dude, he hasn't been on your shit. He doesn't fucking know who you are. Like, you asked me a question, I answered it. Like, I'm AI, bro. Like, just like, quit getting beside yourself. He couldn't let it go. This motherfucker has a whole thread of interactions with Grock. And Grock told him, he said, listen, you talk a lot of shit about James Gunn. Okay, it's disrespectful. It's this, that, and the third, and he don't fuck with you. Okay, Aaron Fisher, I need you to just calm down a little bit. He don't fuck with you, right? He don't fuck with you. And this motherfucker started arguing with it like it was a real person he was talking to. How am I disrespectful? What did I do that's disrespectful? He's juvenile and he's this and he's that. And Grock's like, well, that's what I mean. You're calling the motherfucker juvenile and shit like that just because you like somebody else. Like, that's fine. You can like whoever you like, but you shit on this man every single day and you turn around and ask me, does he visit your page? Like, I don't know. Maybe he was hoping that Grock would have been like, yes, see, James Gunn is obsessed with me. The guy that posts about James Gunn 17 trillion times a day, like he was just hoping, wishing, and praying that James Gunn took time out of his schedule as being the fucking co-CEO of DC to go to Aaron Binocular Glasses Fisher's page and just see what Aaron's doing and what Aaron's talking about. Like, no one fucking cares, bro. It's the GIF from Jurassic Park. When dude was in there and when Newman, I forgot his real name, but Newman on Seinfeld was just like, he blurted dude's business and said, see, nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. That's how it is, binocular glasses. Nobody gives a fuck. Especially James Gunn. But this dude just couldn't let it go. So he's just literally arguing with AI. Like, that's the point where some of these guys have gotten to. He has made it his everyday mission to just shit on James Gunn in any way possible, to the point it's like, do you even fucking talk about Snyder anymore? Like, this is just a I hate James Gunn page where you try to promote your YouTube channel and tell people you used to be a voice actor at some point. I'm not gonna lie, the dude has a very menacing voice. I give him his props. He's got a voice that he should be on somebody's cartoon, until you realize how unhinged he is. And then the fact that, them thick ass glasses will probably burn a hole through the fucking script. So that's probably why I don't get jobs anymore. I'm sorry, I'm petty and childish. I'll stop talking about this man's thick ass glasses. But anyway, this man has lost his rabbit ass mind. And it's just, when I seen him arguing with AI, I already knew he was gone, but this just cemented it. Like, the dude is fucking lost, man. Like, you're arguing with Grock. Of all things to be mad at, like, at least if I troll you, at least you're talking to a human being. I'm not gonna give an inch. Like, you're gonna be pissed as fuck. You're gonna, like, he's already blocked me, I'm not gonna lie. But you're gonna, like, if you didn't block me, you're gonna have to block me. But Grock is fucking artificial intelligence and you're arguing with it. But I digress. If that's how you choose to live your life, even though you're married with children, I'm gonna lock myself in this room and argue with artificial intelligence because I know James Gunn has been to my page. Like, oh shit. And then the other guy, the black man in pajamas, man, bro. And that ain't no Photoshop job. This man really walks around in Los Angeles wearing black Superman pajamas with a poster board that looked like a fucking third grade diorama and shit, where he's wanting Warner Brothers to sell the Justice League to Netflix so they can have Zack Snyder make 4 more 12-hour long fucking slow-mo Justice League movies. And that's his mission. Like, I don't even think dude has a fucking job anymore. I wake up, I put on my Superman pajamas, and I go outside. Haha, I lied. I never take the Superman pajamas off. So, like, that's really, like, where his head's at. So he's doing those things, and he's claiming that he's going to events and shit, right? Where he's going to go there and fight for the Snyderverse in person. I'm going to Zack Snyder's studio. I'm going to Warner Brothers. I'm going to Netflix. And the funniest shit is, like, he does go to some of these places. The rest of it is just weird photo ops. Like the most infamous shit. This man, he really posing for pictures with the shit. He's wearing his black Superman pajamas in the middle of the day in Los Angeles, holding his third grade diorama poster for Netflix to somehow buy the Justice League from Warner Brothers and shit. And he was at the wrong location for what he was trying to do. The newest shit, he put out a picture where he's like supposedly posing in front of the Netflix headquarters, right? And his shit looks so fucking fake. He's there in his Superman pajamas again. But the Netflix building, I'm not bullshitting you. It looks like a fucking PlayStation 5, and he like painted the Netflix logo on it, and then just like not airbrush, but photoshopped himself in front of the fucking PS5 with the Netflix logo. But he made a bragging point here the other day where he said, yeah, I went to San Diego Comic-Con and my mission was to disrupt everything. So I sat in the front row of the Peacemaker panel, and I was right in front of James Gunn, and I was intimidating him, and I was waiting for them to try to throw me out and all this other shit. And he just going up. First off, like that is some unhinged psychopathic bullshit. And I'm glad that you have realized the crowd that you can actually try to pull that shit with. Because I'm sorry, I get it. You from Inglewood, you from wherever you from, right? But bro, listen, you ain't coming to my neighborhood pulling that type of shit. Like somebody will, I'm not gonna say what they're gonna do. But my point is, you found the right people to play with. But the funniest part about it is you're the only one reporting on the shit, because when we see the footage, we get to see the panel, we get to see John Cena get up, start clapping, and the whole fucking room gives James Gunn a standing ovation. But we're supposed to believe you in your black Superman pajamas was intimidating James Gunn by sitting in the front row and doing what? Like what was the what was the fucking plan there? Like, I'm just gonna mean mug him. Like that's again, this is where you guys are at now, and you're bragging about it. Like you're making video series about it. Like, I'm going to show up at these places and intimidate it. This is the same dude. I'll never forget this one. Besides, I mean, I'll never forget the Superman pajamas and the third grade diorama poster. But there was one of Zach's events. I think it was the one where I think it was the last one. He had Ben Affleck was there. I guess they viewed the movie. They were doing something, but he was there. And he had a video, and he was trying his damnedest to get Zack Snyder to say, sell the Snyderverse to Netflix. Trying to get him to say that shit on camera, and Snyder's looking at this motherfucker like, dude, you know I'm a nice guy, and I'm not going to shit on you, but there's no way in hell I'm letting you record me say, sell Snyderverse to Netflix. So he finally he's like, how about just sell it? I'll put sell it. So he just said sell it. I guess that's a victory for him, but at the same token, it's like, you did not get what you wanted, but you made that a focal point and made it try to seem like you are the leader of the whole fucking Snyder cult. Matter of fact, on your fucking Twitter page, right? This dude has his header. He says, I'm the inventor or creator of the sale Snyderverse to Netflix. First off, that ain't no shit I'd be bragging about. No one would ever know that shit. I would be just one of these anonymous ass fucking Twitter pages with a fucking Spider-Man profile pic or some shit that's claiming that. There's no way in hell you're going to see my face. Let alone see my face with me wearing some Superman pajamas in the middle of LA holding a third grade diorama poster. There's no way in hell you about to sit up there and catch me doing this shit. But this is where these guys are at. And I implore you, because I know there's going to be some diehard Snyder groupies that are going to get mad at this, right? Before you get mad at me, I need you to take a step back and look at yourself. Look in the mirror, have a nice conversation with yourself, whatever it is you got to do, and think, okay? And ask yourself this question. Do I act like them? If the answer is yes, I implore you to talk to a family member, a coworker, a friend. Go outside, touch some grass, feel the sun's rays on your face, get a job, bathe, do something, because this is not healthy. You do not want to be a 38-year-old man wearing Superman pajamas and standing in the middle of LA holding a third grade diorama poster. And you do not want to be a 40-something-year-old man arguing with fucking AI for the whole world to see how fucking sad you are. You don't want to be like that, okay? All right? And it's not because I care about y'all, because I don't. But as a human being, I have a basic level of empathy, and I don't want to see you embarrassing the entire human race by dedicating your lives to some shit that's not going to come back. And if you are really a fan of Snyder, and you just are just, I gotta have nothing but Snyder content just injected in my veins. Just let me OD on Snyder, okay? That's all I need. Food, water, and Snyder. That's it, right? Go support his Netflix shit. Whether it's canceled or not, we don't know at this point, but it seems like it is. But if it ain't, go and support that shit. All your hashtag streaming shits that y'all be trying to do. We're going to watch Man of Steel on July 11th because we don't want James Gunn to win. No, fuck that. Go stream fucking Rebel Moon Part 1 and 2 and the director's cut and the Scar Giving Harvesters, whatever the shit's called. Go stream that shit. Okay? Go if the Twilights of the Thors and the what's the other shit? The Dead Planet, the Dead movie, whatever it is. Go watch that shit. Promote that. Hashtag the fuck out of that. Because those are the things he's actually doing. This shit y'all crying about, we're talking fucking Man of Steel was what, 12 years ago? We really sit up there. I want a sequel to that shit that came out during Obama's second term. No, I don't care about that shit, man. Nobody else should either. You have the movies, you can watch them anytime you fucking want, and however they affected you and made you feel, however they are still there. That is the great shit about movies. But as the rest of the world is moving on, it should not be your life's mission to try to make everybody else miserable and using bullshit like, well, now you guys know how it feels because you guys just attacked Snyder. Nobody was attacking y'all. We was right there with you. The reason why BVS made as much fucking money as it did because we all went to go see that shit. We all wanted to see Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman in the same movie, live action for the first time ever. We wanted to see the shit. And it didn't live up to expectations for a lot of us. But the reason why it made that money is because we was all there. Nobody was sitting up there just on a I hate Zack Snyder train at that point. We had way more movies that came out after that, and then it got to the point of you guys with the but the release the Snyder Cut, which I'm not gonna lie. I was very happy that they decided to let this man finish his movie. I wanted to see it. You know why? Because I hated the theatrical version. The shit is ass. It has 2 or 3 redeeming qualities to it, but outside of that, it is just ass. And I'm cool on it. So if we get to see the dude who started it, let us at least see what his version of that movie was, and we got to see it, and everything was good. But you know, you give somebody an inch, they want to take fucking 1,200 kilometers, and I'm just like, there was no need for it. First of all, the rest of the DC movies had pretty much been tanking at that point, and we were ready to move on to some new shit. And we're going to restore the shit that ain't been working. Well, it hasn't been working because Zach hasn't been there. No, it hasn't been working because it hasn't been working. And lest we forget, the audience's reactions pretty much to BVS and Justice League, whether it was the Frankenstein version or whatever, it wasn't this thing that everybody just held near and dear to their heart. We moved on from the shit. But like I said, you guys can do the same shit and start talking about the shit he's actually working on. He supposedly got a LAPD movie and a UFC, whatever. He got some shit that he's working on. Support that. Hype that. Okay? And just be happy he's actually still getting to do some shit. Instead of spending every day being fucking miserable and mad as fuck and living your life like these two motherfuckers. Okay? I don't want to see you out there with binocular glasses, and I don't want to see you out there with Superman pajamas holding a 3rd grade diorama poster. Okay? I just don't want to see it. Y'all be cool though.